In 2022, Sam Bankman-Fried was worth $26 billion. He testified before Congress, he was on the cover of Forbes, he had dinner with Jeff Bezos, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Katy Perry in the same week. His company, FTX, was the third largest crypto exchange on Earth. Over 1 million people trusted it with their savings. 9 days later, it was bankrupt. And he knew it was coming for months, so here's how Sam Bankman-Fried built a $32 billion empire, what he actually did with your money, and why he's now serving 25 years in federal prison. Taking a look back, Sam Bankman-Fried was not your typical Wall Street villain. He graduated from MIT with a physics degree. He worked at a quantitative trading firm called Jane Street. He was a committed vegan. He openly pledged to donate the vast majority of his wealth to charity. Now, I would never argue that what he built was entirely honest. But there's no doubt that at face value, Sam Bankman-Fried looked like exactly what the crypto industry had always claimed to want. Someone smart, someone credible, someone who played by the rules. He lobbied Congress for crypto regulation. He donated $40 million to political campaigns. He appeared to be building something legitimate. As you would guess, he was not. FTX was founded in 2019. Bankman-Fried launched it in Hong Kong with co-founder Gary Wang, using $1 million in seed capital raised from his personal trading profits. The idea was simple: a crypto derivatives exchange built for professional traders. Faster, cheaper, more reliable than the competition. It worked. Within 18 months, FTX had grown to process over $10 billion in daily trading volume. By 2021, it was valued at $25 billion. Sequoia Capital invested, SoftBank invested, BlackRock invested, even the Ontario Teachers' Pension Fund, one of the most conservative institutional investors in North America, put money in. In June 2021, Bankman-Fried paid $135 million to rename the Miami Heat Arena FTX Arena. That same year, FTX signed Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen as brand ambassadors. Larry David appeared in a Super Bowl commercial for the company, joking that he'd been wrong about every great invention in history, and that FTX would be the one he finally got right. And everything under the sun was going well. The platform was growing. The brand was everywhere. Sam Bankman-Fried had become, in the words of one hedge fund manager, the most powerful person in crypto. But behind the arena, the Super Bowl ads, and the congressional testimony, something was very, very wrong. You see, FTX and Alameda Research, Bankman-Fried's separate crypto hedge fund, were not actually separate. Court documents later revealed that FTX customer deposits were being funneled directly to Alameda to cover bad trades, real estate purchases, and political donations. According to FTX Director of Engineering Nishad Singh, Bankman-Fried knew about an $8 billion hole in the accounts as early as June 2022. That's 5 months before the collapse. And during those 5 months, FTX continued onboarding new customers, raising new investment rounds, and running Super Bowl commercials. Some companies, when they discover a problem, stop accepting new money. These guys were not those companies. The collapse started with a single article. On November 2, 2022, crypto news outlet CoinDesk published a report revealing that a huge portion of Alameda Research's balance sheet consisted of FTT, a token that FTX itself had created and controlled. Meaning Alameda's reserves weren't real money, they were tokens FTX had printed. The thing is, this was the entire house of cards. Alameda had been using FTT as collateral to borrow against. FTX had been using customer deposits to fund Alameda, and the second anyone questioned the value of FTT, everything collapsed simultaneously. Rival exchange Binance announced it would sell all its FTT holdings on November 6. Customers panicked. In 72 hours, FTX faced $6 billion in withdrawal requests it could not fulfill. On November 8, Bankman-Fried tweeted, and I want you to remember what he knew at this point. Heitsterdines and debate, Sir Frime. Tweeted, FTX is fine. Assets are fine. Of course, FTX was not fine. 3 days later, it filed for bankruptcy. The replacement CEO, John Ray III, who previously oversaw the Enron collapse, described FTX as exhibiting a complete failure of corporate controls unlike anything he had seen in his career. Bankman-Fried, was arrested in the Bahamas on December 12. Not only did his effective altruism brand not survive the scrutiny, it actually became evidence against him. Prosecutors argued the charitable image was constructed specifically to attract customers and regulators, while the fraud continued underneath it. So, what actually happened here? Sam Bankman-Fried built a platform that real people trusted with real savings. Then he lent those savings, without permission, to his own hedge fund, to cover losses, buy property, and donate $93 million to politicians across both parties. He told Congress he supported regulation while actively lobbying to weaken the rules that would have exposed him. He tweeted FTX is fine, while knowing $8 billion was missing. In November 2023, a jury found him guilty on all 7 counts. In March 2024, he was sentenced to 25 years in federal prison. The question worth sitting with: was Sam Bankman-Fried a fraudster from the beginning, or a genuinely idealistic person who made one catastrophic decision and then spent years covering it up? Drop that in the comments. Drop a like if you've ever trusted a platform because a celebrity endorsed it. And consider subscribing. We cover the biggest financial rises and falls in recent history every week.